Svadhyaya, I would say self-study. We are continuing the Niyamas from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Good day and welcome to you in the Ayurveda in Europe channel. So the next Niyama is Svadhyaya. The word itself, it means lesson reading by the self when you read something yourself. And what is suggested is that you should study send books and scriptures or books which are rising you up, so from which you can develop yourself. And then when you are reading this so-called sent text, you try to think about them, you stay in silence and try to understand what you are reading. So actually you are not learning the text itself, but you are learning through the text. It's a very frequent mistake in Europe that we very often try to study. When we study, just try to get new information. Everything we try to study on mental level, always new information, and somehow we don't think about it, what it means. So this part of the study is left out, which is very important because this is how you can actually understand the hidden meaning of the text. This is how you can discover the hidden meaning of the text you are reading. So in the old times there were rituals when somebody was reading something and people were sitting around and they stayed silent and they were thinking about it, but with their heart also, not only with their mind or brain, as we say it in Europe. So it's very important to listen everything when you study together with your brain and with your heart together. How can it help you to develop? It helps you to build up new reactions in certain situations and burn the so-called unwanted and self-destructive behavior patterns. Because when we are in a situation, usually we react in a certain way. When we are children, we meet in a situation and then it is imprinted in us. And the next time when we are in the same situation, because our brain works as a factory, so it automatically produces the same neurotransmitters and generate the same emotion. And this is what you need to be conscious, you need to recognize, and you need to change it. But because it's a kind of automatic process and the nervous system needs always action which is repeated to rewrite it many times. That's why this is suggested that you should study every day and regularly, not only occasionally. And how it helps? So it helps you also to recognize what are the bad reactions and right actions in certain situations. And we are not learning something new, we just remember, because these things we knew and these things are imprinted in our heart. So we are just remembering of our higher nature, so-called God nature. How can you practice it? You can do meditations regularly. For example, in the evening when you look through your day and you analyze it, you see how you reacted, and if you don't like something, maybe you can recognize the same thing inside yourself and change it. And this way the situations can also change. You can also look for the company of wise men, talk about it. It's not necessarily me. Don't believe anything what I say or what other people say. Experience always yourself the things. And this is also true for the text. Whatever you are reading, you just, remember what you feel in your heart is good and true. Because unfortunately today it's very difficult to find texts which present only good and developing energy. It is also suggested that you can practice a mantra. It means you are repeating something. In Europe, it's usually a prayer. And as I said before, the best is if you always pray in your native language, because if you pronounce a word differently in another language, it might mean something different. So you are creating something different than what you want. And also you can practice it physically, that you put your attention to your head. When you are reading something, you focus to your head. I hope it helps you in your everyday life. I read something also from the Yoga Sutras, just one sentence for you to think about. By self-study and mantra comes communion with the Lord in the form most admired. So the word Lord means a higher consciousness here, and this you can find in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras 2.44. And there is also something in the Bible, actually in many places. I am just reading one sentence. It's from James 4:8. Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. So whenever you make efforts, you will get a lot of help. So stay happy, stay healthy, and have a nice day.